Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno. We are here at the penultimate night of the 55th BFI London Film Festival, and it's an extra special night this evening because this evening is awards night. I just wanted to ask you really what the highlights of the festival have been for you film-wise.
Well, it would be invidious of me to say because I've been watching the ones that are nominated for Best Film, which have all, in their way, been, fascinating and challenging and outstanding in their way, but that's because they're on the shortlist. So the majority of my intake, I have to say, partly because of schedule and partly because of that workload, has been those films. But I didn't really want to now, 2 hours before we'll know who's won it, single out any there for comment.
And how important are the awards this evening as the recognition?
Well, they're the thing that people focus on, because people like winners, not losers, but people like to know who's won. So I think that I understand that that's a good thing because I think it heightens the profile of the festival. But as I've said several times already tonight, they're important as much because they shine a stronger light on the other films in the festival, which in the end is what a festival is about. It should be inclusive, and it should provide a platform for people whose films might not get seen or noticed so easily. And there's a big press, attention to what's going on here. And I think the fun of these kind of things is to say, have you seen that film that nobody knows anything about? As it is to, say, have you seen that film which will win the best prize tonight,
I just suddenly realized I'm the wrong person to be talking down here. I haven't been to the festival.
Didn't I see you go to Coriolanus?
Okay, I saw Coriolanus and I saw Fernando Moraes' film in the opening, and I saw mine. End of conversation.
What did you think of Coriolanus?
I think he did a fantastic job. First time out, having to be on both sides of the camera, that's a really, really difficult thing to do, and he's great.
I have to say, his performance was absolutely outstanding, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, everybody was. I thought that was what was wonderful. But yeah, he just steals everything he's in. He's wonderful.
You're in the category for Best British Newcomer.
I am, yes, I am. For the first film award I've ever been to, so we'll see. I've done theatre awards, but this is a bit snazzier, I'd say.
What does it mean to you to be acknowledged like this?
Well, it's strange to think that people actually watch what you do. It's kind of, you make it, and especially with this film, it's a very small independent film. And so for people to actually have seen the film and respond to it positively is quite shocking. We just kind of made it in a small little project and kind of thought no one would ever see it, really. So for people to see it and like it, and then for these kind of things to happen, is just a real treat. It's gone far beyond our expectations.
Can you tell us more about the story and what inspired you?
It's a basic story of two guys who meet on a Friday and leave each other on a Sunday. So they spend just over 48 hours together. And it's that journey that they go through together. The main thing about it is it's just hopefully honest and human, and that's the main feedback we're getting from people who've responded to the film, that they're feeling a very strong connection.
At the end of its heart, at the centre of the film.
Yeah, and a few gags. I do the jokes usually, some quite rude ones. So don't let your kids watch it.
You're here also nominated this evening. Can you tell us more about that?
I'm nominated for Best Newcomer. Yeah.
And the film that you're nominated for?
Is for Weekend by Andrew Haigh.
And tell us how you got involved in the project and what connected you to it, really, and why?
Well, it was a standard audition process, so I went through a few rounds, and I had a few offers on at the same time. But the film was just spoke to me as a human being. I think it's a wonderful love story. It's eloquently told. It's beautifully written, and it was an absolutely terrifying role for me to play. So it was a real challenge, which is why I took it.
And we're here, obviously, at the film festival. There's huge films like The Ides of March with very big cast members. So, with mixing the sort of bigger box office type films with lower budget, does that give then an audience a chance to see and hear more about the lower budget independent films?
Yeah, well, I think that's what's wonderful about this festival being in London, is that you're able to see the best in British cinema, and no matter what the budget is, I think it's possible to make wonderful cinema, which I think has been proven at the film festival itself. Yeah.
And as a Brit, being nominated in your own country, what does that mean to you?
No, it's amazing. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Utterly terrifying.
So what does it mean to you, the BFI Film Festival, and now the awards?
Well, having been here, you know, with films that I've been involved in, and then to be here as a juror, it's a very different feeling. But it's exciting and lovely because it's my city. This is where I grew up, and also the fact that the London Film Festival is becoming more and more. You know, it's been regarded with much more integrity, and it's up there with the top film festivals in the world, and you know, all of that has made it much more. You know, it feels incredibly weighty now, doesn't it? So it's exciting.
And as a juror, because it's such a different experience for you than being an actress, having been on the receiving end of being nominated and potentially being nominated, what was that like, thinking that there's people's careers that you're also
That's the thing you have to remember, not to take it lightly, I think, and that you could potentially change somebody's life, you know. It's massive. So, yeah, you're just like this. You're watching and watching and watching and concentrating as hard as you can so you don't miss something.
Who inspired you as a filmmaker to make you go into the film industry yourself?
Well, there was no one person, you know. I mean, I just sort of edged into it. I thought I was going to be an obscure novelist. That was actually my aspiration. My father was a writer, not a novelist, but he was a writer. And I used to fall asleep to the sound of his typewriter, and I thought for sure I'd be a novelist. Now, of course, I started by writing my own screenplays, but I kept thinking I'm just doing this for fun because I'm interested in the technology, and it was sort of the 60s. It was the era of underground filmmaking, and so it was, you know, grab a camera, do your own thing. You don't have to go to Hollywood and so on. And before I knew it, I was making movies, and then before I knew it, after that, I was actually a professional filmmaker, actually making a living from it, so I didn't have to do anything else. And I'm still not sure it's the right profession for me. You know, I'm still not sure, but maybe I'll have a go at it.
What still inspires you about film and wanting to improve really yourself as an artist?
Well, it's constantly shifting its shape, filmmaking, not just technologically, but that's fantastic too. I mean, the whole digital revolution is fantastic, and really I welcome it. It's lovely, but you're not never really inspired by the technology, though. It's the subject matter and so on, and it's such a complex art form. You know, it calls on every aspect of your being. Music and visual and dialogue and working with actors and so many other things, you know, the editing, and it's endlessly fascinating.
And for you, obviously, you've had a vast career. What do you feel is your biggest accomplishment?
Surviving, absolutely surviving, and still making movies at this age.
How important is it for you to be here this evening?
You know, for me it's very strange to be here, in this red carpet with this black suit. It's my only one black suit.
Well, you are a director.
But I am very happy to be here, and I think that the feeling, my feeling in this moment is gratitude. Just this. I wanted just one thing, that was have the possibility to show my film. This is the most important for me. I am here for show my film, for speak about my film, and people receive very well my film, and also critics receive very well my film, and for me this is enough. If something more came, it will be a beautiful gift, but I don't think indeed. For me, I am very, very grateful to be here.
And are these events and even the festivals a good opportunity for you all to network as filmmakers and get to know people and get more contacts?
Yes, of course, because in festivals, in big festivals like these festivals, you have the opportunity to meet people, and you know, for us it's very difficult to make films in Argentina. Always the money is our problem, and for us it's very important to meet people who works in cinema, but in this moment I am thinking in my film will be released here in December, and I never imagined this, you know. For me, that my film will be released here in London is a dream.
Can you share with us your involvement in the festival, please, this year?
Well, I was one of the judges for one of the for the shortlist of best films. That's me.
And is there anybody that you've seen from the films that's inspired you that maybe that you would like to work with in the future?
Oh gosh, yes. Yes.
Can you share with who?
A good percentage of them. I'm so nervous about saying the wrong thing or giving anything away right now that I'm not going to say anything.
Was there anything that you were looking for in particular when you were judging the films?
Well, I didn't go in with any preconception or any with that thought at all. It was more of trying to be as open as possible to what was, revealing itself in front of me, and also, the final decision came down to which film kind of went beyond, I guess, all the others. Which film was the director in their prime, in a sense, and I think it was quite clear to us which one that was. So,
are you looking forward to the event? What's the build-up been like for you?
It's been amazing, absolutely amazing. I can't believe I'm here right now, and it's such a I can't think of the word. It's like I'm just very happy to be here, and I'm very lucky. So.
And what advice have you got now for sort of young actresses that are embarking on their careers as well?
Keep pushing, and when you get that script and you feel the role's good for you, just put yourself into it and put your heart into it. Go for it.